Hi, welcome to Steve Chats Wrestling, hashtag SCW, the wrestling channel here on YouTube.com. Thank you for choosing the channel and choosing the video. Subscribe right now. Leave any comments in the comments section, like and share the video as well. Well, there hasn't been that much news, rumours or gossip really this week worth of notes to talk about, but a lot of stuff that does seem to be coming out is the Royal Rumble. It seems that we're looking past TLC and we're looking past Roadblock in the rumor already. So let's look towards the Royal Rumble and let's give you everything in one massive update, shall we? Now, of course, we already know that Goldberg is going to be in the Royal Rumble match. He announced that on Raw this past week. It is expected that Brock Lesnar will be in the match as well, the 30-man Royal Rumble. He will be expected to be announced in the Royal Rumble match very shortly as well. Of course, it's going to be in the Alamo Dome, and they want to sell more tickets and get more interest in it as quick as possible. So Brock Lesnar being announced as an attraction for the event does make perfect sense. Of course, now rumours and plans seem to have changed. Of course, originally Brock Lesnar was expected to go for the Universal Championship, which he's not going to be doing now. It's expected that he will be having a further match with Goldberg at WrestleMania 33. So I'm very excited about that because originally that was the big plan. I reckon that Lesnar will probably go over when they face the next time. The Royal Rumble match is to keep them apart between now and WrestleMania, and on a super show that makes perfect sense, and have them both in the Royal Rumble match. An altercation, maybe something to cause the feud even further. I think it'd be quite exciting, and I think it's a good way to go forward. Elsewhere expected for the Royal Rumble, if this is the case, then maybe Kevin Owens will remain Universal Champion. Now, I did say a long ago that I think that Roman Reigns was going to beat Kevin Owens for the belt at Roadblock, and would go on then to face Brock Lesnar, at the Royal Rumble event. Well, if Brock Lesnar is not going to be the challenger, then obviously the number one contender and the championship match could be very different when it comes around to the Royal Rumble itself. So there is actually a good chance that Kevin Owens may remain the WWE Universal Champion. So let's see what happens. I think that Owens now could retain the belt when it comes to WWE Roadblock. And personally, I'm a fan of Kevin Owens. I'm a big fan of Kevin Owens, and I'd like to see this championship reign and it run to be successful when we look back at it. So if he manages to keep the belt past December's Roadblock, I'm personally in favour of it, and I hope as well that leads to a successful feud which could lead to WrestleMania. So back to the Royal Rumble, of where this makes relevance, is that a rumour of the Royal Rumble winner, it's come down to two names, one name being John Cena, which we'll come to later in the video, but the other favoured potential Royal Rumble winner is none other then, of course, you've just made the list, Chris Jericho. Now, Chris Jericho is someone that's never won the Royal Rumble match, and he's become, his odds actually apparently have fallen, according to Google.com, to actually win the Royal Rumble match. The report goes on to say that Chris Jericho is on an ongoing storyline where he and the Universal Champion Kevin Owens are best friends. The two even pulled an elaborate ruse on the fans on last Monday's episode of Raw, pretending to blame one another for the Raw's loss at Survivor Series. Instead, both looked at each other and blurred out Roman Reigns as the one who cost them the match. Ironically, Owens will be defending that belt, of course, as we mentioned, at Roadblock against Roman Reigns. It's expected that should Owens win, he'll continue past the Rumble as champion. The storyline with him and Jericho is good friends, and it will kind of then cause a bit of friction once Jericho wins the Royal Rumble, an immediate rift, and the tensions will build towards a huge match at WrestleMania 33. It makes sense, and personally for me, I think that this match will happen at WrestleMania, regardless of if it's for a championship or not. I think that's where it's going to be dragged out. I originally thought the Royal Rumble match is where the breakdown would start, but of course, if Kevin Owens actually remains as Universal Champion, then why not Chris Jericho win it? Because of course, Jericho's never won the match, and to be honest, he's over at the minute. I mean, WWE should put their eggs in the basket of someone who is over, because if someone's doing all the good work, which normally we've seen plenty of times in the past, and not give them that push to benefit it, it would help the ratings. If WWE actually put their eggs in the basket of someone who is actually over with the public and over with the fans, then more people will get behind that guy. And I think at the moment, Chris Jericho is seemingly the most over guy in the company, particularly with his list of Jericho, the stupid idiot. It all seems to be connecting with the audience better than they have actually for a long, long time with Chris Jericho. So maybe it's probably the right thing to do to make him win the Royal Rumble match. Now, of course, at the same time, I will give a little bit of a devil's advocate, and I will just reverse it a little bit. Jericho, he isn't the youngest of competitors, and I do think that, of course, someone else would perhaps benefit, a younger athlete would benefit winning the Royal Rumble match. It's all about building and making new stars, in my personal opinion. But at the same time, if Jericho was to win it, he's never won the Royal Rumble match, and I think that maybe one last run at the top of the main event scene would be good, and of course his feud with Kevin Owens would be welcomed as well. Now, going then on to The Undertaker, of course he's rumoured now to be facing AJ Styles for the WWE World Championship at the Royal Rumble. That's what's been coming out in the rumour mill recently, according to ringsidenews.com. Now, apparently AJ Styles has responded to this, and he says that if that's what the fans want, then bring it on. So AJ Styles seems all in favour, and I think there would definitely be a big selling match at the Alamo Dome in Texas come the Royal Rumble. So I'm very much in favour of it. Of course, would it mean The Undertaker would win the World Championship and go on to WrestleMania? Potentially his final WrestleMania as well. Would he actually be retiring as the WWE World Champion, or would he be facing John Cena, who is chasing a 16th World Championship, and of course as well is another favourite to win the Royal Rumble match? Now, this seems to make perfect sense, especially from a SmackDown perspective, and this definitely is a main event worthy WrestleMania match as well, despite the fact that perhaps two of these stars are probably looking past their best years now, but at the same time it's definitely a match that a lot of people would be invested in, and a lot of the casual viewers would put their eyes on the prize to see. And of course we haven't seen John Cena, Super Cena, against The Undertaker. Of course we've seen John Cena in his earlier days of like the Doctor of Thugonomics, so would we like to see Big Match John against The Undertaker? It's been rumoured for a long time. Again, I think this match will happen regardless whether there's a title involved or not. Would The Undertaker retire as the WWE World Champion, or would John Cena claim the belt? It'd be very interesting, of course, on the grandest stage of them all as well. It would be a very exciting match to see, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of people would be invested in it if it was to happen. So which of those matches would you like to see more as the Royal Rumble winner? Would you like to see Jericho or John Cena? Would you want to see Kevin Owens versus Jericho at WrestleMania? Do you want to see The Undertaker versus John Cena at WrestleMania? And do you want to see Goldberg and Lesnar one more time at the grandest stage of them all, and hopefully lasting more than 1 minute and 25 seconds? Let me know your feelings in the comments below, and that's the full Royal Rumble update for you there. That's everything there for you there. Goldberg, Brock Lesnar expected to be in the Royal Rumble match. John Cena or Jericho to win the Royal Rumble? We'll have to wait and see. And of course, Kevin Owens could be keeping that Universal Championship all the way through to WrestleMania, as well as that of the Royal Rumble. You could see The Undertaker versus AJ Styles. All seems pretty exciting going ahead. I'm looking forward to it. I'd like to see how it's all going to unfold. Let me know your feelings right now in the comments below. Like and share the video, and subscribe if you haven't already. You've been watching Steve Chats Wrestling, #SCW, the wrestling channel here on YouTube.com. Take care.